Hi. It's raining today, maybe all over this land. Here it's just in the Northeast. Been torrential rains, roads washing out. So accommodating to something greater than ourselves, something out of our control, the weather. And I think that, has a part to play in whatever's going on. Stuff beyond our control. And, that also implies there are some things that are in our control. And when I woke up this morning, I years ago worked as a cashier. And in the dream, I was at the cash register. That's the wind blowing the door. It's going to go creak, creak. It's quite like a haunted house. In the dream, I was at the register, and I was sort of thinking, it was almost like a lucid dream. I was aware of myself at the register, and I thought, what am I doing here? Making change. And as I woke up, I realized, oh, this is dream, play with language time, making change. So I think the question is, what's the pent-up energy? What's the need to surrender to things out of our control? And how are we making change? And one of the things that my boss liked about the way I did the register, and she'd stick me there a lot, is that the till was always balanced at the end of the day. It never came up short. It never came up, it was always balanced. Everything was accounted for. So maybe how do we be in control of what we can control and without being controlling of ourselves or of others? Allow for a certain degree of wildness and free play while we make change. What's the change? Spirit. Well, it involves a choice, 2 of Pentacles. Choice between 2 things and weighing them up. And it's always dynamic. In this case, this person is swinging these, one is light, one is dark. One's above her head, one's below her head. Which do we make real? And one looks like a purse, this red one, and the other looks like a planet. I might have to go brace that open. It's a door on a hinge, and it's blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Tell us about the change, please. The choice, the dance of change, 2 of Pentacles. What's the change, please? Okay. Well, that's interesting. King of Pentacles. Somebody who's stable and reliable and in place somehow. There may be change happening, but this person maintains a kind of, something about their center is strong enough to be stable through this kind of rocking, the dance of change. I mean, here he is in the armchair, he, she, they. So through the dynamic change, they don't stay put, but they aren't knocked off center. And they have their dog there. It's to do with loyalty and home. King of Pentacles is a giver and a sharer. And here's 3 of Pentacles, more earth energy, about real life. About what we can make real and manifest in 3D. 3 of Pentacles. It's creative and it's cooperative energy. All these people are cooperating in making, they're at the loom the loom of life. It's a card of cooperation, and I see it of sharing in the creative process. It's co-creation. Whatever this change is, King of Pentacles is enlisting help from the people around him to create this, artwork or life's work. King of Pentacles is very much about family and home, creating a stable environment. Pentacles energy, the environment of your life. But the change may involve Six of Swords moving forward. He may be changing his mind, choosing some other possibility. Maybe where he, she, they can work with other people. Because this guy does look quite solitary. Settled, authentic, real, but somehow in an environment where it's just him sitting there. Just this person sitting there. So something, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Movement is coming. Perhaps literal movement. Perhaps that's the change, the dance of change. Another 2 card, 2 of Swords, a crossroads, where somebody doesn't yet know where to go. They're held up somehow. And these messenger birds are trying to free them. They're blindfolded. They're entangled. There may be some resistance to this forward movement, or a need to get disentangled from something. And it's a mental state. But there's progress. 6 of Swords. And yeah, there's an inertia here. I mean, we've got movement, but we've also got stuck at a crossroads, an element of inertia. Okay. Under 3 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. That's love on the move. Knights are messengers. They're action takers. Somebody's thinking it through. How am I going to move forward? It's still in the thought process. And they reach some kind of impasse. Which way do I go? I can't figure it out. I can't see the way forward. How do I make this love offer? My heart's in the right place. I'm a giver. I want to give. I want to cooperate with other people. I don't want to be in isolation. So I'm moving forward to give love. On 6 of Swords, we have the Fool. A card of Aries. Another card of movement. Taking the leap. Taking the risk. In fire energy. Let's go. A card of Aries. Let's begin. Aries is the first in the astrological calendar. Starts with Aries. So this is the starting point. Gathering one's fire energy, perhaps even deciding sword energy, where to go once you begin. What's the intention? What are you going to do once you get there? Okay, we have a couple more. Bottom of the deck, the Death card. Card of transition. New landscapes. Like going through almost like the shroud to the new life. You can see it on the other side. On the other side. 6 of Swords implies forward movement to the other side, from rough waters to calm waters. It's a liminal space, not there yet, but willing to begin. This is a card of beginning, and in some ways this is a card of end. It's the death card. But it says right on this depiction, death and rebirth. This is Scorpio energy, water energy, and this is water energy too. Knight of Cups. Something is transformed, I think, this person's heart, so that they're willing to make the leap and actually go somewhere. And I think it's a literal move based on a decision. You know, to have a sense of direction once you land. But a big transformation has taken place because this person is pretty sedentary. Earth energy, you know, sedentary. In place, established, grounded, but suddenly on fire to begin. In archetypal energy, that burst of courage and fortitude and willing to risk. Perhaps even when you don't know which way to go, you just go. I had a teacher who once said a decision can be arbitrary and necessary at the same time. I'm not even sure I agree with them to this day, but I thought it was an interesting question. Do you always need to know before you pick a path or a direction? Sometimes you just begin. But this would suggest thinking about it, taking that pause, hermit, to go into some degree of isolation in earth energy. You know, to be still and established, to discover the deep truth. This person sitting in contemplation. You know, to get the epiphany, to get the enlightenment. In traditional decks, hermit has the lantern. Here, they're the lantern. You know, they're discovering for themselves this path, how to walk this path. Hermit always comes back into the world as a teacher, as a healer, based on their own, sorry, Beth, their own inner wisdom. So they've thought long and hard. They've delved deep inside to make this choice, to change. Wheel of Fortune, a card of change, of forward movement, of being on the karmic path, going to a better place, you know, a place where we belong. And perhaps it will change the dynamic, not only for this person, but for the people that they're connected to. Perhaps their family, perhaps co-workers, but it's advantageous. Wheel of Fortune always takes us in a better direction. All of these major arcana cards, all the clarifiers are major arcana. Fool, death and rebirth, hermit, wheel. This is a powerhouse. So we've got these cards of everyday life, the choice about what do I do with my life and who do I do it with? Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, these successive decisions. And maybe the first decision is based on this sage-like energy, but it's a decision to come back into the world as a sort of representative of internal life. Take the leap back into the world and move, perhaps literally. And certainly move forward in terms of one's feelings. Knight of Cups, Scorpio energy of death and rebirth. A major transformation in the realm of feelings that's going to affect what you do fire energy, the action. How do you push through courageously this mental impasse where you go to calmer waters? Six of Swords. So let's see about the impasse. What is the impasse or the crossroads? The need for a decision. And it's not arbitrary, but it's based on courage and intuition, Fool card, on a creative inner knowing. Card of being stuck, the Devil. Somehow stuck, hung up in some decision because this person can't decide. And I think one of the problems is they can't decide by thinking about it again and again. That's gotten them stuck. Again, Earth energy, Capricorn. Another clarifier in major arcana. Like the forces of the psyche are so important here. They're informing our everyday life. We make the decision, Two of Pentacles, Earth energy, on this inner wisdom, Virgo energy, Earth energy. You know, we've got a decision to make. Don't let the mind block. Sword energy, the mind. There may be some hesitancy to make the decision because it's hard to let go of something. Devil energy is it clinging on to what's familiar, to what's safe. And yet, here's this impulse to move forward courageously, to take the leap. And you see here, this devil energy is reaching out like, hold on to me. I'll hold on to you. He's holding a puppet person here. Yeah, down here, there's a little shadowy, you know, somebody who's a shadow of themselves. This is shadow energy. Okay. On King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. The amount of earth energy in this is stunning. This is equal give and take. You know, nobody's getting to hoard their, you know, I recognize your value and I'll give freely of myself. What really matters to me, earth energy, the matter. In this lifetime, in this place, there's this certain dynamic. You can see the figure eight, the eternal exchange. I give to you, you give to me. This is on King of Pentacles. It's a balanced exchange. It's sharing equally with somebody, you know, and then together you can have this cooperative, creative energy. And see how the pentacles look like wheels? They look like wheels. And this is sort of like the wheels on the bus go round and round, the dance of change, moving in a different direction, or at least in a progressive to a calmer place, to a clearer place, where communication flows more easily. Crossing that, you know, here we are stuck. Here we're on the move. Stuck at the crossroads, trying to figure something out. And then the heart takes the lead. Follow the heart. It will land you in it'll advance the cause, but it will require letting go of what we've known and leaping into our own lives, into the future. And that's the action we take. We're not stuck. The action isn't to hang on and be afraid. It's to go into the world with an open heart. You know, if you're in devil energy, you really can't do this. How can you offer your heart when you're so busy hanging on? Some kind of decision that made you balk is now back in motion. Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles. There's major transformation taking place. And it's a good thing. And I don't think it's a loss of stability. King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Hermit. But it's not this kind of stability. It's not something where your circumstances are puppeting you, or anybody's puppeting you. I don't see that energy here of somebody else doing the controlling. It's something in your own psyche that's saying, I can't let go. Except I can. I'm letting go of that old state of mind. I'm moving towards something else. And it frees my heart. It frees me to transform on that level of feelings. Okay. Oh, I love it. Empress. I mean, there were two refusals, and then the third try was the Three in Major Arcana, Empress. A card of Taurus, Earth energy. Exactly not this. You have to do the shadow work to get here, to be able to give of yourself, to be abundant and fruitful. This is not. This is like a stranglehold, being held back by your mind. And it holds back feelings until there's that transformation and rebirth. And we have the feminine principle, divine feminine, of creativity. She has a world in her belly. She's Gaia. She's the principle of creation and love. Very different earth energy than devil. I mean, I love that. I'm not even sure we need to go any further, do we? Do we need to go further? Are you sure? Not sure. I love it. I love it when it's unsure about going further and then it says, yes, go further. Go further. Go through the crossroads. Break through that devil energy of constraint and confinement. Somebody's done the shadow work. And what do they get? This second chance, this new life, this ethereal body raising up. Another major arcana card. You know, look at all the major arcanas. Fool, Hermit, Empress. The card of new life. I see this as Scorpio energy. New life, death and rebirth. Empress is all about birth. She has the world in her belly, pregnant with that kind of possibility, that kind of creative energy. And the wheel. You know, something has freed this person up to really advance the cause, transform, you know, because if you're doing this, you can't go through death or rebirth. You're just stuck in place. I think this earth energy person is really ready for the exchange. This dynamic of you give to me, I'll give to you. That infinity symbol. You know, it's not hanging on, it's giving. This infinite loop of giving and receiving, of birth and death and rebirth, these cycles. The wheels on the bus go round and round. That's what they go round and round in this dance of change. You know, can we hang on to the way it is or the way it was? Can we forestall change? Not a chance. it's going to change. We might as well get on board with it and make change. See, here it is again. Me at the cash register making change. This could be about money, but I think it's about love and new life, resurrection, new life, courageous leap into life, into the change. That's a wrap. That's wonderful. Huge psychic energies at work, and I'd say trust it, trust the change. It's bringing this person anyway, to a better place. This may be somebody you work with, somebody in your family, a lover, somebody who's wanting to move towards you, and here they come. To a large degree, you have to fill in the blanks. Have I not clarified that? Okay, on Knight of Cups, this is Seven of Pentacles. This is another Pentacles energy. Pentacles are all about growth and investment and time. You know, it's time to do this. To give your heart. To give it. To give and receive. It's blessed to give. It's blessed to receive. That's how we love each other. Not by hanging on to what was, to what made us feel safe. We have to go forward courageously. I love this reading. I hope you do too. If you like it, do this. If you like the channel, subscribe and or join. And in any case, we'll be here next time. It's making me unaccountably happy on this rainy, gloomy day. Do the shadow work. Opt for growth. Lovely. All right, you guys. I'll see you next time. Be well. Accept the change. Make the change. Make the change. There's a whole landscape ahead. A whole landscape ahead. Lovely. Next time.